Hello and welcome along to round 13 of the ILR4 season. We're here at the stunning Marina Bay circuit for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's a dry qualifying session, but we've been told that it will be a fully wet start, so we will expect the guys to be starting the race on the wet tyres. But at the moment, with 4 minutes to go, we've got the reserve of V6 Racer who tops the times with a 1:38.6. This circuit first held a race back in 2008, and it was the first ever night race in Formula 1's history, and it's definitely become one of the highlights of the season. There's always drama and excitement happening here, so we're going to hope for some of that tonight, Matt. Yeah, obviously it's your last race in ILR4 this season before you go to America, so yeah, hopefully it's a good one for you. So what are you expecting tonight?
I just want drama, controversy and drama for while I'm away. That'll be a good send-off, but we'll see what the boys can do, and the ladies, or whatever.
Yeah, well, as I said at the start of the stream, it's going to be a wet start, so you will get some drama, so I'm sure we can provide that for you, or these guys can provide that for you. But yeah.
Who's that? Looking down. No, it's clear now, so
yeah.
It's going down.
But last time out, the Italian Grand Prix, we had that last time out. It was Randoms who took the win from the Munna in second and MK Born in third. And while I've got a chance, I will do a quick rundown of the championship order. So we've got Rinky Morris, who leads the championship with 134 points. From Randoms, only 3 points behind in second, so that's a pretty close battle. But saying that, you have Yuri in third, who's only another further 4 points behind, so that's a really close battle for the top three, with the Munna just outside with 113 points. Illusions in 5th place with 79 points. Serlane in 6th with 72. Waze also with 72 in 7th. MK Born 66. RoboJeep 63, and Aussie in 10th at the moment, as we've got some yellow flags, Matt.
Yeah, that is Jacko. He's doing the stuff with Van Dorn at Canada in real life. Just couldn't get, well, spun the car round, but it's spun it around too much. But he's got out now, so that looks like his qualifying's over because he has got a broken wing. Yeah, he's struggling to pit, so I'm sure they won't be able to fix his wing that quickly and get him out. So that's his qualifying over. Looks like it's going to be no lap set for Jacko, and that's 18th place. Unless Mr. Frumpet was set a lap, I think he's on a lap now. So he's just coming into the last sector. So one Mercedes guy has failed at Singapore, and Mr. Frumpet nearly lost there. Coming into the last corner, wide does he go? No, he's just started. Has he? No, he hasn't.
Yep, he's just starting his lap now, Matt. So we'll run on board with Mr. Oh, he's got a very loose rear end there. Now coming on to this will be where what happened there? Never mind. As this is where the DRS will be activated in the race, but for some reason Dan is not using it, so that's a strange one, Matt. Oh, okay. As he's decided to end his session.
Yeah, he must have got his lap invalidated then, because I've seen him do a 141 and obviously he's got his lap invalidated. It's just now, obviously, from this race onwards, it's strict corner footing now, so no excuses for some of the drivers, but it's good to get 13 drivers out of the 19, sorry, in the first race with strict to set a lap, so that's always good. As Dan's guy's retired, so obviously he must have had a problem, isn't it, again? Obviously that's a set a lap, so obviously he's made a mistake somewhere. Twacky in 17th, yet to set a lap, so I'm hoping he should get a lap. There's a McLaren behind of Pete, as Pete's trashed it now, and Twacky's left the session, so disaster for him. Battle's coming around the final corner then. The set I don't know, he's just started his lap.
Yeah, he's just starting his lap.
8 seconds to go, yeah.
But I think Illusions is on a lap at the moment, and 6th, Matt. He's coming up to the end of the second sector. And we're not, I think this is his, well, we're not getting any readings there on whether he's up or down on his time, but it's looking pretty tidy, Matt, through this difficult last section.
Have a look. Doesn't look like it, so he must have got his lap invalidated or something like that. I don't know. It's not saying on the steering wheel, so I'm sure keeping it tidy so far. Can you improve on 7th? It's going to be close. Going to cross the line to go 4th, so improves by 4/10, so decent lap there. Muna still yet to finish, so and Bazza as well, so a couple of drivers left to finish their lap.
Yep. So
one from Muna there. So just waiting. Just 2 drivers. So can Muna grab pole then? Can you find? What is it? It's so close. It's. I think it is. Yeah, it's 300ths of a second to find. So it's close, but let's see if Muna can grab pole for Singapore.
Yeah, I'm just reading in the chats. The chat there, Corey has said, obviously V6 Racer has qualified on the Super Softs, but Corey, it's not really gonna do him any good, as we've been told it's a fully wet race. So he really should have gone out on a set of Super Ultra Softs even and just showed what times he could do, because he is a reserve. So as the Monarch grabs pole at the last second.
So very decent that line from Muna. So 4/10 in the end. Obviously, I think he left the session, so he probably couldn't improve on that. So rounding off the top 10 then. So Muna taking another pole for position, representing the Team B guys in South Africa. So well done to Muna. V6 one of the reserves in 2nd, Yuri 3rd, Rinky in 4th, Illusions 5th, Way 6th, Jeep 7th. Again, decent qualifying from the Red Bulls then. So as we wait for the formation, I can wait for the drivers to line up on the grid. So obviously some drivers making a mistake there.
Look at this weather conditions, Matt.
Oh no.
Guys,
get your umbrellas out.
Yeah.
Well, get your umbrellas, rain jackets, and an arc, Noah's Ark, and swim down the stream.
Yeah,
that's
guys.
What we're going to need tonight.
Indeed. So guys, get ready. This is going to be an absolutely crazy start here for the Singapore Grand Prix. It could be very reminiscent of the 2017 start. We all know what happened there. Obviously, the 2 Ferraris and Max Verstappen off the line. These guys will not be hoping for that to happen, but with these weather conditions, anything can happen, as we expect everybody to be on the full wet tyres, I would assume, Matt?
Yeah, I would have thought so, yeah. It's definitely full wets. No mistake on that one. Yeah, full wets. No mistake. No. So, unlike, what race was it? Austria? Unlike the Red Bulls going for wets in Austria when it was just into, so it's definitely wet. So I think this is our first full proper wet race.
Yep, I think so.
Yes, just because we've had dry and intermediate conditions, but we haven't had a full wet. So obviously a lot more spray. I mean, in Singapore, in the sharp corners and cars going over 200 miles an hour, it's not going to help. So I'm expecting a few disasters as Toki's left the session again. There's already a couple of drivers been disqualified from the formation now.
Yeah, so
LFC. That's who's replaced. V6. So so let's see what Jay Cole can do. Obviously a reserve. Was in pole position on Supers. Leading up to his obviously disconnection during qualifying, so let's see what he can do. Yuri obviously hoping for a good result for the Red Bull guys as well, obviously with a fellow Red Bull teammate, as I think Apex Sanders hit the back of Jeep, as I just watched that, and both on the squad line. Yeah, so from 7th, so Bannon 9th, MK Bourne 10th, Yeah, see if we can grab another podium. Aussie 11th, Pete 12th. He's obviously hoping for a better race this time. Because, well, he's just come back from Ibiza last week, and just like Lewis Hamilton, partied too much and caught up with him. Crazy Flying Robin 13th, Murdoch, everyone's favourite Murdoch. In 14th, Jack. Oh, nice crash, Jack.
Okay.
Dan Star. In 16th, Jacko. 17th, Mr. Crumpet, rounding off the grid. In 18th, so the two Mercedes boys, just like in real life, Mercedes cannot do well at Singapore. Yeah. How many drivers disqualified there, Paul?
Yeah, quite a few, but
Quite a few.
the guys are now lining up on the grid for what is bound to be a chaotic Singapore Grand Prix, especially in these conditions. But we've seen out in Monaco, the man in 6th place Wace was absolutely, it was amazing in Monaco, so we'll see what he can do. But for the time being, we're waiting for these lights to come on for the start of the race, as the last couple of drivers are getting ready. But here we go, the 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go. The Mona seems to get a good start, but it looks as if Jay Carty has got an even better one.
Oh, yeah, Force India down the inside of Yuri. Yuri's has to go off track there to avoid that. So, oh, there's a McLaren round. I think that's Pete. Yeah, Pete's round. I think Pete and MK Bourne have collided. So McLaren and Williams, absolute disastrous start for them two. Yellow in set to 1. There's about 3 cars going into turn 2 here.
Yuri, Wace and Illusions. Oh, Macy's off the track there as he tries to stay ahead of Illusions in for 5th place. That's just what I was saying there. Wace seems to enjoy these conditions, and at the moment he's already made up positions. Let's have a look and see who has gained the most or lost the most. As you see a car off there in the background, not sure who that was, but Dan's...
I think Murdoch's left the session because he's ghosting through cars. I don't know what's going on through there, unless it's Lobby. Oh no, I think he's back. I think there's his car round, and yes, J. Cole. So J. Cole spun it, Paul. I don't know where he was before, but he's now near enough the back of the grid, second to last. So Pete, absolute disaster again. Muna with the McLaren. Rinky in 2nd, Yuri in 3rd. So the top 2 are trying to pull away from Yuri. Waze just the back of him.
What is going on down here?
Yellow's falling in sets 2 and 3.
Oh, there's cars off everywhere. Jeez. There's about 3 cars.
Ferrari round as well, Murdoch. Yeah. Oh my life.
What is going on down at that corner? Everybody's off there. Absolutely no grip in these conditions for those guys at least. But the man up front has now he's got a 4-second lead over Rinky in 2nd. Absolutely stunning first lap from the man there, Matt. Yeah,
that was close when I last went on him, and so obviously Rinky must have made a mistake somewhere, because that has allowed Muna to just extend that gap massively. Just one lap and he's gained 4 seconds.
Yeah, no, for sure. Great first lap there from the Muna in 1st. But we've got now Rinky at the moment seems to be creating a wee little gap between him and Yuri for 3rd, as we see a battle here between Crumpet and Dan's car. I think we missed the end of that, but there are a lot of cars in the pits, Matt. Obviously these guys have had some disasters on the first lap. Get Carty in, Pete in, and Jacko in, so it's a battle between those guys. As Murdoch, what's happened to Murdoch?
Murdoch's retired. I don't know. I think he's either did he pit, Paul?
I don't think he did. He might have actually. Let's just check that. Murdoch did not pit, so
did not pit. So he's broke his full wing, and he's not doing a full swing of Singapore race. As I think Yuri's made a mistake.
He has indeed.
Yeah, I just noticed that red mark was all coming around. That was a bit dangerous there from Yuri. Dan mistakes with no damage, so that's good. So the big mover then. Oh, as Dan does hit the back of him. So the biggest mover so far then is down at 9 positions, so he's up tonight. So well start from Dan as well. Just rides that car a bit more than Yuri. All over him. Has Yuri got damage? I don't think so. So Yuri's just made that mistake, and that's cost him a lot. He's in pole position for a podium, but yeah, Muna. That gap is now 5 seconds. Rinky's all the way under pressure now. He's got no gap behind. He's got 2-second gap behind. So
yellow flag in sector
see
2.
what Rinky can do.
Carty's had another disaster in the Toro Rosso by the look of it. I mean, we do drive that car, and it can be quite a handful at times if you don't get the setup.
Like, oversteering.
Yeah. And especially in these conditions, any is Jacko bins it. Where has he binned that?
That is
the end of beginning of sector 3.
Yep. Yeah. So it's Dan Star's in the pits now then. In that Haas. Yeah, I had a good few roll of results last couple of races. I think we had a bit of a disaster last race, but we come back to score some points, I think. So at the moment, it's not looking well for Dan Star again. So yeah, let's see if obviously it's a long way to go yet. It's only lap 3 of 31 in a heavy wet rain Singapore, so anything can happen.
Yeah,
Luna may have this gap now, but yeah, we could win it, and that could allow Rinky. Who knows? Ways to win it here. You know, he's in third, but yeah, 2 Force India boys, second and third, so dream start for Force India, especially well for the constructors. So yeah, we'll see. Matt up to 5th, so he must have escaped damage on the first lap for the first time ever. 5th, it was a bit of a moment there. That would have had a heart in mouth moment there as Baz is just there. You're down in 9th, so Apex Iceman has got battle for 6th here, Paul.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. This is quickly turning into a Bazza train. Oh, as he loses the rear end.
Oh, yeah, bit of lad from Bazza, I think, as well. He's got one of those alien markers on him. So Bazza at the moment has been. Oh no, it's clear. So a bit of lag. So and Apex Iceman. I think Apex Iceman's disconnected. He's got a red cross on him.
Oh, here comes you.
Oh, it's just lagging.
Yeah, but
it's very Tetris here. Oh,
Mr. Crumpet and Yuri are going side by side. Well. Yeah, this is an absolutely crazy battle here.
Oh no. So, is MP Born trying to look? No, it doesn't. Think it's better off it on Dan. This is costing Yuri big time. He needs to get past Basil as quickly as possible so he can mount a challenge onto Apex Iceman. But as I say that, Apex Iceman's taking a challenge to Matt, so RoboJeep must have made a mistake as he goes a bit deep in that corner. That's going to allow Apex Iceman round the outside. Can he make it stick? Matt's still there. Now it turns to the inside for Apex Iceman. It looks like he's got the move done, and I think he has. So Matt must have made a mistake somewhere, because I think he had a bit of a gap, so that's put him under pressure with Bazza. So Bazza at the moment is in a Red Bull sandwich. So yeah, well, we're all Red Bulls, but yeah, Red Bull sandwich. So yeah, so that gap is now 7 seconds. So Muna must have practiced in. I think Crazy Flying Rob. What's happened, Crazy Flying Rob? Oh, I think it's just low jack through.
What?
Or something's happened there. I don't know.
What I was going to. What's happened here? Wait, well, watch this battle.
Lost his wing.
But what a move there from Mickey Bourne. Wow, out of absolutely nowhere. Dies it down the inside, and he's through ahead of Basil. That was good stuff, Matt.
Yeah, well, Basil's got a bit of damage on his front wing. He's got both end plates gone, so obviously must have broke early, and that sent MK Bourne up to 9th. So that's going to drop him outside the top 10. Possibly Ozzy could get 12th. Oh no, Crazy Flying Rob is in prime position for a point today. That would be the greatest thing that'd be the greatest send-off as is in the pits. So
Yeah,
probably not.
but
That'd be a great send-off if he just saw points in the
yeah,
last race.
obviously we've been told that the race will dry up, and we've already seen Pete in 16th come in for the Inter. So while these guys, Baza and Crazy Flying Rob, will they come in? Everybody seems to be kind of in the pits now. So is it time to put on the Inters? I wouldn't think so at the moment, go by the rain, but Pete seems to think that now is the time to come in. I'm on board with him just now. Let's see how. Oh, and he's all over the place. Definitely not time for. No, it's definitely not time for the wets. He's lost it. He's now reversing in the middle of the circuit, and
that's going to be stultified. No, he's still going.
That is that for Pete. But yeah, back to the battle for 6th place between the two Red Bulls of RoboJeep and Y-Racer. And yeah, behind that you've still got the likes of MK Bourne and Jack fighting for position. So there's a lot of action going on here in the midfield. This is a good thing about ILR. The good thing about ILR4 is there's battles everywhere. Oh!
There is, yeah. Just on board with Muna, and 5 laps in, Pete has already been lapped. So, an absolute disaster for Pete. Should stay in Ibiza for an extra 2 weeks, mate.
Oh no, Mr. Crumpet! He's kept out of the wall, but MK Born is now through it.
Oh.
Obviously we're through this section where and Mr. Crumpet has decided to hit the barriers, obviously not on purpose, or maybe it was, I'm not sure, but he will now need to pit again. I say pit again, he's not actually pitted yet, but he'll definitely need to come in now.
Pits. So it's surely not time for Inters, surely. Oh, I didn't realise Rinky had disconnected Paul. Well, that's Waze into second, so it's obviously rejoining now, so so that was a disaster.
Yep, he's coming in for the Inters, Matt.
Oh no, is that too early? I think that's too early, isn't it, surely? But,
Mr. Crumpet's in as well. Oh, he really had no choice, he had to get his front mind changed, so... And Jack also... Jack's good on strategy, so maybe it is about time now, and he's just come out of the garage for some reason. But maybe now is the right time, Matt. Obviously the guys at the front will be watching the gaps, see how these guys get on.
Yeah, MK Bourne is in prime position, because if that gap does come down, it's that gap currently 25.2 seconds, so if that gap's to start coming down, as well as Yuri, because obviously Matt and Yuri obviously teammates, so obviously in cahoot with each other, so yeah, it looks like MK Bourne could be the first one to possibly gamble, if not Yuri, so they'll be in prime position to dictate when.
Yeah.
So if that gap does come down under 20 seconds, then we know it's time for Inters. I'm just on board with Matt at the moment. Does look a bit more sturdy. Still kicking up a lot of spray from his tyres, so yeah, we'll see. What's that gap now? That gap is 24.6, so he's gaining a couple more tenths on him. Is it time? Surely another lap.
The Monat is in.
Moon is in, so
yeah.
Is it time? That's allowed. Is Waze going to come in? Yes, Waze is coming in, so it must be time now, Paul.
Yeah, definitely time now. I think most guys will be in now, unless obviously they've got to queue behind. What is going on with Illusions? I think he thought about going into the pits there, but
he's carried on. Okay, so Illusions has gambled it then. It's gambled. So obviously he's not thinking. As the Haas team made another disaster in the pit stop. The strategy department, as MK Bourne's got a 5-second stop go penalty for speed in the pit lane.
Oh, an Iceman's round. Iceman's in the wall, lost traction, and now.
So yeah, that's an absolute disaster. So probably a lack of concentration there from Iceman, and that's allowed. Well, that's allowed Muna back into second. Well, second. So that gap is 8 seconds. So he's surely going to retake the lead. Has RoboJeep won anything out of that? I think he has. I think he's jumped Rinky. So Matt at the moment looks like he's going to be in provisional third. Paul.
Yeah, definitely coming in early.
Yeah.
Coming in early, putting on those tires. He's got an undercut on the guys in front. So I think your provisional running order at the moment would be the Munna, Wace and Matt. So obviously coming in early for those tires has done them good. As of now we're watching, well, let's see, we have Rinky and
Waves and Apex Iceman are having a little ding-dong battle. They're pretty close on track to each other, so I'm sure Waves, obviously Apex Iceman, a bit of damage on his wing, so that's surely an easy move there for Waves, but we'll see if Apex Iceman does let him go. I'm sure not, because they're not teammates, so I'm sure he's going to make it as hard, as difficult as possible, so as time goes deep, and that's it. Yeah.
As I'm just reading the chat here, and Callum says Walker is dreadful. I'm not sure if he's on about Murray Walker or something to do with the World Cup, but yeah, that's an interesting comment.
Yeah.
But,
so allusions to the pits then. Apex Iceman, it was obviously Dark in the pits.
Yep, so we'll be expecting Iceman to come in as well, put on those
so the last two wet runners are finally in the pits then, on lap 8. Do you think it will dry up at the end then, Paul? So Surroundings now, surely going to dry up at the end.
Oh yeah, we have been told by some in the paddock that it will be dry at the end of the race, so might dry up enough to get maybe even the softs on, but at the moment it's definitely enters. So everything seems to have settled down now, so the current running order, we've only done 8 laps, Matt. Jeez, it's felt longer than that, but the Munna yep, the Munna leads the race with Wace in second. I was saying before the race started that he is good in these wet conditions. He showed that in Monaco, so it's good to hopefully see him as Rinky. What's going on here? Has Rinky left again? But yep, Wace currently
Rinky's joined, yep.
in second, Matt in third. Let's see, Wace and Matt are up 4 positions on when they started, so that's pretty good going. Illusions in 5th, who has Yuri catching up behind. Obviously Yuri, with that mistake, is now hoping to claw back some of the lost time. He's currently in 5th, as we've got yellow flags. Matt, can you see who that's for?
That is for, I'm expecting it's one of the guys at the back. No, it's not. Is it Jack? Jack's had a problem. Has he got a puncher? No. He's just I think the sail would be used on. Always heard that England gets 1-1.
Yeah, I'll continue that rundown. So we have Yuri in 5th, MK Bourne in 6th. Obviously these guys have all pitted. So Mr. Crumpet in 7th, Jack in 8th, Aussie in 9th, and Iceman rounds out the top 10, Matt. So obviously Singapore first held its race back in 2008, and since then we have had a lot of drama, Matt. What sticks out for you? Anything in particular?
Obviously you got last year, haven't you, with the Staffing Vettel Raikkonen incident. But it's surely the 2008 incident, wasn't it, with the Alonso, well, the Renault boys and all that palaver about that. So that's probably one that sticks in the head for most F1 fans, doesn't it, I think.
Yeah, obviously
I don't think we'll see anything like that again, but we'll see. Obviously, how close the battle is between the top three teams this season. You know, you never know. But we'll see.
Yeah, obviously. So, obviously that incident in 2008 obviously decided the championship, because obviously brought out the safety car. Massa came in for a pit stop and took away his pit hose at the time. Obviously refueling was allowed back then, so as we've got Illusions, who's just hit the wall and has damaged his front wing, and now Yuri's right on the back of him, Matt.
Yeah, so I think Yuri here has just got to be a bit patient. Don't try anything. Don't really get any damage. But it's obviously Illusion's. I'm sure he's got a pit. Yeah, because his end plate's fully gone. So I'm sure sometime be an easy move. Don't try anything where there shouldn't really be a move unless Illusion's just making a massive mistake. But I'm sure he'll be fine as well. Illusions goes right up the curb on the left side there. Right on that curb. Needing a Hartley. Canada. Yeah, does he go in the pits? Doesn't. Lead into the pits, so
interesting.
Wow, that could cost him here, and that's an easy move there for Yuri. But Illusion's still there then, around the outside.
Oh.
Turn one, bit of wheel banging. Illusion's still there. Oh my, how's he doing that? Yuri, what's going on, mate?
Yeah.
What's going on there? Okay.
Obviously, Illusions does not want to give that position up easily, but with his front wing damage, it's surely just about time that he will lose that position to Yuri in fifth. Into this corner, maybe? No.
No. Oh, M1, that was close.
Yeah, I was just about to say it.
There. Then he entered in disaster. But Yuri's just got to be a bit careful now. You know, that time that he had before is not running out. Because MK1 is right there behind him. Any teensy mistake from Yuri could cost him fourth, you know, and that's not going to be good for the constructors as well as the drivers. So Yuri just needs to get past Illusions as quickly as possible. Put a car between him. Oh, he goes for it. Oh, I think Matt's round as well. I've just seen
now
Matt
three
just
wide.
come out of nowhere. Oh no. Oh no, it's not that. It's too wide.
Yeah.
MK1, see I told you. MK1 has just gobbled that up.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. And that's it's a bad decision from Yuri. You know, just hold on for just a second. And that's allowed MK1 to catch up on that. Where if Yuri just wasted a bit longer, could have got a car in front of him, and if MK1 did get past Illusions, Yuri could have held MK1 up. But yeah, that's not what the team wanted, not what the Red Bull guys wanted. Christian Horner will be banging his head against the table as Illusions finally comes in the pits. He's had enough of that, and that's allowed Yuri back up to MK1 then. Well, we're going to try and get to MK1, and MK1 is going to try and get up to Matt, but you've seen Matt just make a few mistakes. Well, you know, down the estate road a couple of times, so yeah, just rubber jeep, just got to keep it on the road, got to keep it there. Because if not, that's MK1 for another podium shout. So yellow flag set to 2. That's Pete. Yeah, Pete's off. Crazy flying Rob. You know what's going on there between those two drivers? A bit of a ding-dong battle for 15th. No points at the moment, but yeah. Downstar had a disaster as well. J. Cole, again, disaster. Rinky still disconnected. So, yeah, disaster for him as well. Bazza, just keeping it smooth. You know, I think he's just kept out of trouble. I think he picked it at the start. But it just keeps on going, keep chugging along. And that point could become a reality. Only one place out, so plenty time to go, another 30 laps, another 20 laps to go, sorry. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, MK1 is catching up to Matt now. That gap is 1.5 seconds. You're just 2 seconds behind now. So, yeah, we'll see. And that gap, Muna, well, back onto Muna now, it's just running away with his victory. That gap is now 14.2 to Waze. So if Waze can hold on, he is equaling his best finish of the season. No, it won't. It'll be his best finish of the season. Because he did drop down to 3rd at the end of the British Grand Prix. Yeah.
But you know, this man Mona, he's definitely been on a roll recently. He's obviously I think he got 2nd place last time out in Italy, and obviously he won in Belgium, so he's definitely obviously having a last minute charge for the title, Matt. He's only what? Let's just have a quick look here. He's not too far off the championship lead. He's about what 21 points off the lead. So at this rate, he's going to definitely be pulling in some points over the rest of the guys. So definitely one to watch, Matt. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Waze. Well, no other drivers. Well, had a challenge for him at the moment. Just that first lap, just opened that gap of 4 seconds, and that was it. He was off, and just 10 seconds on there. Rinky, yep, still disconnected, and that's allowed Dan Starr up to 13th. Any nearest battles? Aussie's just that 1.8 behind Jack. Jack is behind Mr. Crumpet. Yeah, I think the nearest battle on track at the moment is either. Oh, just as I say that, Jack's in the wall. So Jack in the wall, absolute disaster, and that's allowed Aussie at 7th. So Aussie, I think, got caught up in a bit of action at the start. We spun out somewhere and had to pit. He's had to make 2 stops. So if you're perfect on 2 stops to be in 7th, well in the points. That's not bad for going for Aussie, but one time to go yet, and we'll see where he'll end up. Obviously, he's got to now catch up to Mr. Trumpet. Yeah, that gap is just 1.1. That gap's sort of coming down between Matt and MJ Bourne. So I think that battle at the moment is probably the battle to be on board with. As Yuri gets a 3-second time penalty again, Paul. Go watch that. So I don't think I've seen any penalties for Luna, so I'm sure he's fine as Pete's left the session. He's probably seen somewhere. I think he's made a mistake somewhere. Yeah. So I think he's back off to Ibiza. Yeah.
But definitely MK Bourne is now catching the back of RoboJeep for that 3rd place. He does look a lot more comfortable in these conditions. As why has Jack put on the soft tyres?
Oh no, that's not right.
I think it's a little bit too early. Yeah, it's a little bit too early for that, to be honest. But obviously, Jack wanting to get some. Oh, it's very close now between MK Bourne and RoboJeep. Obviously, Matt is struggling in these conditions a lot. As Matt yawns. But
sorry. Long day. Yeah, so MK Bourne looking like he's going to get that position. As Jack has retired and he's binned it. No, he hasn't. He's just sorry. Yeah, so that takes up to 3 retirements. As last race, it was all out to about 5 laps a day, was it, Paul? When we had our first retirement. So
yeah. Oh, and Illusions is gone as well.
Illusions has gone. Oh, what's happened to Illusions? Illusions. Where is he?
Yeah, he spun it, lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Called it a day.
His head has gone. MK Bourne has gone past RoboJeep, and as I said, RoboJeep making those mistakes throughout the Grand Prix has made another, and that's allowed MK Bourne into 3rd. MK Bourne is on a roll of podiums at the moment.
Yep, just looked as if Matt ran wide onto the AstroTurf, and obviously with these wet conditions there's absolutely no grip out there, so he will be definitely ruining that, as he's now got his teammate only 2 seconds behind, so he'll need to be.
There's big team orders. I don't know.
There could be.
I think Matt's journey's got the pace so far. It's just keep on making those mistakes, and that's just cost him. Well, cost him the podium today. But again, Lund race. Singapore, it's raining, so it ain't over yet. There's Waze catching up to Crazy Flying Rob to lapping. That could be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, and so could the battle for 6th place. Oh, what's going on?
Crazy Flying Rob crashed into the bridge. Oh, well, whacked his car into the bridge. Yeah, that gap is now still opening up. It's 24 seconds now.
Yeah, but we've got some action now for 6th place between.
I think Waze is disconnected. I think.
Not again.
He's ghosting. He's ghosting.
But yeah, Matt, get your
Yeah.
eyes on this battle here. They're almost doing a Senna and Massa.
Oh,
Can't remember when that was, but
oh no, yeah, 2009. No, what 2009?
oh,
Mr. Trumpet just didn't get that car turned in time, and that's cost himself. Aussie now up to 6th ball.
yeah, definitely back on a charge after that early mistake. But yeah, I think Mr. Crumpet just battled a little bit too hard there, and it's cost himself a position. But Iceman is now right behind the Crumpet, so we're expecting Iceman to I would expect Iceman to get through, but Dan's definitely a hard customer to pass. He'll not make it easy, and in these conditions, you really don't want to go for.
Don't be ice cold.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, dear.
I had to say it. Yeah, it's MP1. Not MP1. The right boat cheapest picked up a 3-second time penalty there. It looks like it's all over for the Red Bull boys, but 4th and 5th, still a decent result. Probably one of the best results in how many races now? For a long time. Just get picked up in disasters, but if they can keep out the walls, keep from making mistakes. 4th and 5th, big points for constructors, so I'll happily take that. But yeah, that Muna, it's 34 seconds down ball.
Well, Wace, I think Wace is off. I think Wace is disconnected, so
yeah, Wace is disconnected, but that's possibly going to allow him.
35 seconds in front of Wace in second. That is phenomenal, especially in these conditions. That is, and those fans clapping is yeah, those fans clapping as the Munna's coming past. I would be clapping as well, but obviously I'm in this com box.
I was looking through the positions changes, and there's a couple of drivers I thought in contention with your driver of the day, but yeah, Muna. No, there's no challenges there.
Absolutely incredible drive. Absolutely stunning.
Dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like Hamilton. Yeah.
Oh, and he's disconnected.
Oh, Muna's left the section.
Oh, does that? No. Oh, you joking me? Oh, disaster for Munna and the TMB guys. Hopefully, he can get back
into. He's got
into
a massive gap of 40 seconds.
So the top two in the race.
That's MK Bourne. So MK Bourne, if he keeps on putting that foot down, he would have seen that.
Yeah, but Matt, the top two in the race have disconnected. So unless they get back in, there could be a chance for MK Bourne to at least, you would think. Well, saying he's only 2 seconds or so behind Wace, so surely he will get Wace. But can he claw in about 43 second gap to the Munna in the lead? It will be difficult, but we are expecting these conditions to get in. It does look as if the rain is getting a little bit later, Matt, so
it is, yeah. So probably if it just I don't think it's going to stop us yet.
And there you
probably
go.
Very soon, as MK Bourne has got a pathway, so very easy move. So now that gap is now 41, 40 seconds to Muna. So Muna just needs to get back as quickly as possible. Whereas MK Bourne could be on Vertri's second is it first victory? He got pole last time out. Has he got a victory though?
No, it will be his first victory of the season if he can.
First victory of the season.
Yeah, if he can get the Munna.
Yeah. Gap has already come down 2 sessions, so yeah, absolute disaster for Muna. Hopefully he can join back in, because he definitely deserves a victory today, and he does join. So get back in that car, son. Don't do a Fernando Alonso and go to Le Mans or Indy. Get back in that McLaren. It's not as bad as first thought. Yeah, his car's still ghosting. Where's his join now? So, yeah. So Woes dropped all the way down to 5th. So a lot of work back to do now. Yuri up to 4th. Robotic back into a podium position. Braun, 34 seconds. Still hasn't rejoined, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just reading in the chat. Inside line racing, the track is drying up. Dry tyres due in a few laps, so that could be one to look out for.
Moon has got a puncher.
Oh, does that?
He's literally just come back on board and he's got a puncher. He's literally just retaking the car and he's got a puncher on his car. So, and it's still not dry enough. It's not even dry, so he's going to have to stop for intermediates again. Oh
wow.
no!
Is he hit the wall? Sorry, did he come back and hit the wall, or is it just?
I don't know. I think he was close to the wall, but I'm sure it's been not. No, sure.
Yeah, but it means the Munna's going to have to pit now.
That gap is 21 seconds.
It's
and
just
I think
not.
MK Braun, I think it's going to rob the victory today.
Yeah, and look, there you go. There's Baza in 10th place, coming out on the super soft tyres. So
it's still raining on the screen, so sure not time yet. The track does look dry in places, but I don't think it's time. Obviously, Baza is outside the point, so we can try it. So yeah.
Yeah, but as obviously.
Well, hold on, he's still going on.
Yeah, obviously we need to go back now and see.
I'm back to Muna, and he's in the pit.
He's still going,
he's still going. He's still going as normal.
Yeah, he's going full speed.
Have we got a glitch? Have we got a...
Yeah, that's a. Let's go on board with the money. You can see there.
That he has got a puncher.
His front round tyre is deflated even, and yet he still seems to be going as fast as he has been. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here, Matt. But we all know the Munna's good, but is he that good to be driving at full speed with a puncture? That's
he can't turn that. Surely got a punch on him. Unless he wrote.
There you go. There. Yeah, Waze has come in now and put on soft tyres, so these guys might have had a radio call from Jeff.
Surely can't be time.
But we all know that.
Still running.
Yeah, but we all know that the hardest tyre in these conditions is the best. So if he was going to pit,
no spray on the cars coming from the cars, so yeah. So let's see what those cars can do. As Rinky Morris has left the session again. Obviously he's right at the points now after being in second. So
yeah,
still got that puncher. That gap is 22 seconds. So gap's hovering around 22 and a half seconds. So yeah.
So yeah, the TNB guys. Apparently they only need 3 wheels to drive in South Africa, so that is why the Munna
explains it. That explains it then.
Explains why the Munna is. I don't know if the yeah, what am I trying to think of? What's that car? Reliant Robin style, yeah.
Yeah,
can just imagine.
Is it too expensive to have 4 wheels on a car in South Africa?
Can just imagine the South Africans rolling up in their Reliant Robins to race meetings.
Doing a Jeremy Clarkson around the corner.
Yeah, but we're watching. I'm on board now with Mr. Crumpet, who's struggling in 5th place. Those tyres do not look healthy on that Mercedes, and he has the Iceman right behind him. Well, as Dan is sliding all over the place. Will any of these guys feel the need to pit this lap, put on a set of soft tyres?
Well, where's that gap to Apex Iceman is 18.9 seconds, still sliding. Who's that? Williams, Aussie out of nowhere. So it's still time for intermediate sport, I think, because Aussie's all over him.
Yeah, it might be this crossover point. Obviously, where no tyres really got an advantage.
Aussie's not being patient one bit, and Les is not doing like that. Still not time. He's getting the traction though, so it's a close one to call, Paul. It's a close one.
Yeah, no, that's.
If you were the Muna, would you chance it?
With a 24
second gap.
There's no need to
chance it.
There's no need to throw away the position he's in at the moment. Just give it. You will be watching.
J. Carl and Bazo have collided. 2 Toro Rossos. Absolutely disaster.
And they've crashed exactly where the two where Nelson Piquet crashed in 2008. That did not look choreographed at all, Matt. Get the conspiracy theories going.
Yeah.
Basil now. Yep, Basil's now going to pit.
If the stars in the points now, then.
And he's
retired. Yeah.
Yep.
He's had a bit of a disaster, so I'm sure his head is fully gone.
Yep. DRS is enabled, Matt, so...
So, yeah, the Dan Star's in perfect position here, Paul. He's just literally coming into the pits now, as that DRS is enabled, and that is a brilliant call. Baz has obviously got to change tyres. Dan Star is going to be the first driver, first driver since DRS has been enabled to change tyres, but he's obviously got to get a new front wing. He's going for the super softs.
But this could now bend.
Andre Bourne's in the pits as well. Moon's carrying on.
Interesting. Robo Jeep as well.
It's stopped raining now, Paul, so...
What's going on? MK Bourne's being held.
Moon's going for the overcut. That's probably what it was. He's going for the ultras. Oh, 11 laps to go. Took the ultras, hold on. Robo Jeep's in the pits. Oh, it's a double stack. It's a double stack from the Red Bull boys.
Where will Waste come out in relation, or where will Waste come in relation to these guys? He is going to. Can he get Matt? No.
No, I don't think so. No, so he's jumped Yuri though. After being held, and I think Apex Iceman's jumped Yuri as well. So that double stop has not worked. That gap now to Munoz 57. Well, MP Bourne 57 seconds, nearly a minute. But obviously, MP Bourne, Munoz got a pit now. It's time for the pit. So DRS is enabled, and it's stopped raining, so it's definitely time. And well, Muna's the only driver. Oh, he's sliding all over the place. Do not bin it, Muna. Do not. Don't throw it away again. Oh, yeah, those tyres are definitely going. He's sliding all over the place. Now just don't speed in the pit lane. He's taking it cautiously. He's just take it cautious, mate. Don't need to risk anything. Yeah, he's took it as slow as possible. Didn't want to risk it there. He's got the gap. Don't need to try anything new.
Yeah, he's got a 56-second gap, so he'll comfortably come out in front of MK Bourne. As the Munna puts on the super soft tires, that'll do him now to the end of the race. So head down, and he should be good for the victory. As we now watch Apex Iceman and Yuri, who seem to be having a nice wee position. Battle for position, that's what I was trying to say. Is Iceman runs wide. Yep, the words aren't coming out, Matt. Oh, what is that in the middle of the track?
Yeah, oh wow.
What is that in the middle of the track? There's a green thing in the middle. Yep. Anyway.
Where, okay, right. Yeah, so Apex Iceman obviously jumped Yuri in the pits. Obviously because the Red Bulls did double stop. So that cost Yuri a lot of time there. Obviously a new front wind as well. But Yuri looks like he has got the pace over him. We'll see. Does he look for a move in turn one? He looks on it. Late braking from Yuri. Apex Iceman does give him the room, and that's, well, job done there for Yuri. And that's him back up to 5th. Job now. Got to find 12 seconds, 12.5 seconds to catch the Waves for 10 laps to go. Can he do it? Waves obviously been on those tyres a bit longer than the other guys. So, we'll see if those tyres can hold on. But MK Bourne on those ultras now. Muna did go for super stuff, so at the moment MK Bourne has got a tyre advantage. And I think he did have to try something new because that gap was just, well, was too large, and you got to try something new there. Yeah, so majority of the drivers do seem to be on super stuffs. The only two drivers are on different tyres are MK Bourne and Waze. So, yeah, I think Apex Iceman still behind Yuri. Just that gap is about 1 second now. The gap between Ozzy and Bazza, look at that gap there, Paul. 53 seconds.
Yeah. Huge gap.
So I think Ozzy is comfortably got that 8th place. I'm sure he probably could pit again and actually go for the fastest lap if he wanted to. But in fact, that stayed the same. But we'll see.
I've just heard some radio from Jay Carty, who said he had a bit of a slide in the super softs, and he says Gaza spun me round, but I'm assuming he means Baza because as far as I'm aware, there's not a Gaza racing. But
no, not Paul Gascoigne. I think it'd be in England.
Yeah, we did see that. We did see that instant on stream.
Yeah, we did see that.
The two Toro Rossos coming to blows. So disaster for the Toro Rosso team.
Yep.
Matt, could
at least we didn't do that, Paul.
Yeah. What will be interesting though is the penalties that could come into play at the end of the race, Matt. So would you be able to have a wee look at Race Director and see who?
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Well, I keep an eye on the battles, or the lack of battles at the moment, but hopefully something will brew up. Well,
Mr. Trumpet's got a 3-second penalty. Pete's got a 3-second penalty. Who else has got a stop and go? Baz has got a stop and go. Anyone else? MJ Bourne's got a stop and go. Paul. So, as he served that was lap 6, so I'm sure he served that.
Yeah,
so
he did. I seen him on the stream.
So,
yeah.
Downstar's got a 3-second penalty. Illusions picked up a 3-second penalty. Downstar again, another 3-second penalty. Pete, another 3-second penalty. Illusions, yep, another 3, so he's up to 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
the top two seem to be okay then at the moment.
MK Bourne, not MK Bourne, RoboJeep's got a 3-second penalty as well, so yeah, looks like Moon at the moment, no penalties. So yeah,
absolutely dominating this race, and the lead looks very comfortable out there. And that McLaren also got inspiration from Alonso at the weekend, obviously dominating Le Mans with his teammates, and I'm sure Le Mans would like to obviously emulate that. He's not got any teammates. Well, he has got a teammate, but not in the same car as him. Yeah. Pete is somewhere in the paddock having drinks, I'm sure. But Le Mans is absolutely in a league of his own, and surely will close his lead in the championship even further after this race, providing he makes it to the end. Obviously we've still got 8 laps to go, and anything can happen here at Singapore. Even men running on tracks when the race is live, but I'm sure the fans will behave themselves as we watch this amazing drive from the minute. But we'll do a quick rundown while we've got some quiet on circuit. So the minute leads with MK Bourne in second, and I swear, Matt, there's an intermediate tyre lying on the circuit there. I'm sure that's what that is. RoboJeep in third, Wace in fourth. He is only 3.3 behind, so with RoboJeep's 3-second penalty, that could be interesting if Wace could catch up. Yuri in 5th place, with Iceman in 6th as Danskar gets another penalty. Crumpet in 7th, Aussie in 8th, Baza in 9th after that incident with his teammate, and Danskar in 10th. I think Crazy Flying Rob slowing down to let the leaders through it. Yep. Rinky Morris in 12th, obviously he's disconnected, and Pete is somewhere down the paddock reminiscing about Ibiza, I would assume.
Yep. Parting in the Amber Lounge. Yeah, the gaps are just flying out now. Closest gap. Well, can Yuri catch up to Waze? That gap has come down to 8.1 seconds. So, just time to possibly catch up to him. How much fuel has he got? What's the fuel looking like? He's got 0.3 and Waze has got 0.6, so
I swear.
Very even on fuel, but yeah. So
I can't remember what corner it is, but that corner where Nelson Piquet obviously crashed. I swear there's an intermediate tyre sitting on the apex. Every time I'm on board with someone, there's a green thing that looks very like a tyre sitting there, so
Okay.
that's
Cheeky look.
yeah, it might not be, but it looks like a tyre sitting there, which I'm sure ILR Charlie Whiting will not be happy about. He'll be on to the stewards and the marshals to get that tyre moved, obviously. He hasn't got the halo in yet, but I'm sure Charlie will at some point.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in the well, it should be here for next season, I think. New halo and the new cars, so all for next season in ILR season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. How do you think about? What's your thinking about the halo in the game? What view would you do? Would you go with cockpit view, or would you go with T-cam as usual?
Personally, I'd go with the T-cam as usual. You know, it's something we're all going to have to get used to. There's no point in moaning about it. So, just yeah. Personally, I like the realism. So, you know, see what the drivers are viewing as you go around some of these. Yeah, there's definitely an intermediate tyre on that straight there. See what these drivers are obviously having to deal with. So, you know, I'm definitely up for it. But I know obviously some of the purists are not really a fan of it, but I wasn't really a fan at the start, to be honest, but yeah, I have grown used to it. It does look a lot better than what I was expecting, so yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, I think time will tell. 2019 cars, yeah, less aero on them, so somewhere, a bit like Sauber come out and win the championship out of nowhere.
Yeah,
just like Braun did it 2009. So,
yeah, on the subject of Braun, obviously Formula 1 game have released their new classic, well, they've released classic cars for this year, new ones, and was it the Braun GP is going to be in there, if I read that correctly? I've not really been on.
Braun GP and the Williams W25 from 2003. So, yeah, it'd be good to, well, especially drive the Braun one, one of my favourite cars in F1. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to drive that one. It'd probably be a bit weird to drive it with Halo as well. After driving with the 2018 cars with Halo. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Codemasters bring out as well in the cars.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get back to the action with 5 laps to go, Matt. We have the Munna, who I have asked in the chat the driver of the day, so if you're obviously if you didn't see that, your nominations would be helpful for driver of the day.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of options. I think I'll just put them here. I think it'd be the Muna, and the Muna.
Yeah, no, Tom. Tom in the chat has said Mama. I'm assuming he means Muna. For driver of the day.
Has to be.
The TMB guys, obviously, driver of the day for Munna as well. What a masterclass from disconnects to punctures. Exactly. He's definitely been in a league of his own, driving at full speed with a puncture. And he's still absolutely dominating this race, even with the disasters. He's just showing his class, and at the moment is on for another win. How many wins now was that? Would that be his fourth win? His fourth win of the season.
Fourth, yep. Fourth win. Okay.
So
definitely in contention for the championship then. I think drivers are drivers in the championship fight. I've got to look around and now just try and bring out the results that they actually need. They need them. Well, need them now.
Yeah.
But just at the end of the day, it just needs someone to be just consistent for a few races, and you're into championship contention. So, yeah, we'll see. That
Indeed.
gap
So
between Waves and Yuri, that gap has now come down to 4.3. So Yuri is catching him. Can Waves hold on for fourth? Can. Yeah, it looks like RoboJeeps. Do you want to hold on for third? Barring any more penalties that he might get or doesn't get. But yeah, or any team orders. But yeah, that gap's now 3.8. So Yuri, you know, oh, yellow flag in sets 2 and 3. I think that, yeah, it's Aussie's round, but he's broke his wing. But that gap's 55 seconds, so I think he's got time to come into pit and, well, set a new fastest lap. Should that be on a bit purpose there, Paul? It's now the end. Well, near the end of the race. Yeah, I don't know.
no,
But,
it's been a tough race for these guys, obviously, with the wet conditions at the start, and obviously it's very tough here at Singapore with the humidity and just the overall heat here. So as Aussie does pit, let's see what he does. Ultra softs, I'm assuming, for
yeah, surely, yeah.
for the fastest lap
Gonna
of the
try and
race.
set that fastest lap. It's a nice looking helmet there. I don't know if you've seen it. From Aussie. Yeah, so Muna, that gap 22 seconds to Incredible. RoboJeep keeping that gap honest to Incredible as well. So Waves, well, the gap's now 2.8. So Yuri's burning on all cylinders to try and catch Waves. Obviously, Waves been on those soft tyres for a while now, whereas Yuri's been on those tyres for nearly 10 laps, 8 laps now. So yeah, fresher tyres from Yuri, but yeah, we'll see if Yuri can get that fourth place, especially because he needs it for the championship. He's up there, isn't he, Paul? So
Yeah,
every point matters, especially when Moon is getting the full 25. So
yeah, no, indeed.
yeah,
Rinky Morris leads the championship at the moment with 134 points, with Randoms 131, Yuri with 127, and the Mana with 113. So Rinky and Randoms are not scoring points, if I'm correct there, Matt.
yeah,
No.
Rinky's, well, Randoms isn't here, and Rinky's had a disconnection, he's had a disaster, so yeah, I think it's going to be a full 25, so
Yeah, so that will really close the championship.
big day for drivers who need to close in. But yeah, that gap's just 2.3 now. Is Yuri run out of fuel? 0.2 as well from Waze, so both on the same field as Waze is using Rich in the corners. Try and get some lean there, man.
Yuri's absolutely throwing that car through the corners. He is pushing for.
Is what?
You can
Waze as well, and it's well, Waze just needs to save a bit of fuel. He's got that gap. Just needs to save a bit of fuel. Yeah, look at as Waze goes in standard and Yuri goes into lean, just saves that fuel a bit, especially when it comes to battling. If you keep that, if you know you got the tyres and stuff like that, usually in the corners, it saves the tyres and the fuel as well. So a very good tactic from Yuri there. Obviously a veteran in lead racing. Well, he's going to go to the ILR OAP home with you, Paul, and obviously Jeff and whoever. He's over the age of 22. Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah,
wait.
Matt, it's now just over a second between these guys. Yuri should be in just outside the DRS zone.
Yeah, Danstar's picked up another penalty. Could Danstar be in danger of... Well, I don't think so. Never mind. Yeah, still got the same amount of fuel. And
Oh, his waist hits the wall.
his waist taps that wall. Could that be damage for Waze there? Could that be a critical error from Waze? Could Waze
Yep.
bottle a high position again?
He has got front wing damage, so that's really going to affect his...
Oh, he goes deep as well. Oh, that's going to allow Yuri to close up even more. When you thought it was all over, Yuri now closing in on Waze. Does he look to the inside? No, he thinks better of it. Ozzy's got a penalty as well. Can Waze hold on for fourth now, Paul? Oh, puts a bit of corner there. That's not going to help that being warning, surely. But, yeah, no room to overtake here. Well, Dan Starr's been disqualified. Well then. Crazy flying Rob, Paul. I don't know if you noticed this. Crazy flying Rob's in 10th. Yes, Rob. I did call it. That would be the dream going away present for Crazy flying Rob to score his first point of the season. And it's right. It looks like it's going to happen. Come on, Rob. Hold on.
Yeah, Matt. He did score in 8th place in Australia, so he does have...
Crazy flying Rob?
Yeah, he scored it. Yeah, he scored in 8th,
no.
8th place in Australia and 10th place in Belgium, so he's on 5 points. So... yeah, just... Obviously Yuri's now passed Waze for that 4th position. But Matt, let's go on board now with the Monarch, who's just coming up under this grandstand. The fans up on their feet after an absolutely dominating performance. And the rain, then obviously with his disconnection, his puncture. That's not phased him though as he comes round now at the final corner. And the Monarch takes victory here at the Singapore Grand Prix. That will be his 4th win of the season, and a well-deserved one at that. And definitely my driver of the day. It seems like that in the chat as well. As the fireworks go off now, with MK Bourne coming up to the line for a 2nd place. Great drive from the Williams driver. And Matt RoboG will complete the podium in 3rd place. The battle between Yuri and Waste seems to have ended now, but it was a good fight between those two as Yuri rounds the final corner and takes that 4th position from Waste in 5th. The Renault of Apex Iceman is rounding out the final corner now and will cross the line in 6th. Dan in 7th in the Mercedes. Good drive from Mr. Crumpet. And that is us, Matt. So yeah, that was a really interesting race, obviously with the wet conditions at the start on the inters and then on the dries at the end.
Yeah, it was a very tricky race for many drivers, as it showed in the formation though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well done to the Moon and the guys that just couldn't keep up with him today. But yeah, I'll just try and get look at that podium. South Africa, a Welsh flag, and what other flag was that?
German.
German. So varying nationalities in the podium. So yeah.
Yeah, so we'll round out the final order for you. The Monarch takes his 4th win of the season there after a really great drive. Waste in 2nd after... Waste in 2nd? Oh, okay.
Why is he 2nd? What was that? Oh, I don't think so.
Well, it's coming up here with Waste in 2nd. MK Bourne in 3rd. We'll obviously need to confirm that.
It says he's 9 seconds behind.
Yeah, obviously these guys...
It says 2/10. So, yeah, I think there might be a glitch there, Paul.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
From what we've seen obviously different on the screen here, but we obviously the Monarch, Waste and MK. There you go. It's just what's going on here? I'm like, yeah, the Monarch, Waste and MK Bourne on the podium, with RoboJeep in 4th, Wires in 5th, Apex Iceman in 6th, Mr. Crumpet 7th, Aussie 8th, Baz in 9th, and Flying Rob rounds out the top 10, Matt. So we're just now waiting.
Yeah, I've
See if
invited the drivers, so yeah, I've invited Muna and Pebble and RoboJig, the podium finishers.
indeed, let's
Yeah,
hope.
I think that's just a glitch.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Let's hope the guys have their voices set to share, so as we don't sound like we're talking to ourselves, Matt.
Hello. Evening. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, I'm alright. Nice recovery there. A bit hairy in the wet. I seem to be drifting a bit far too much. Yeah,
we did notice that.
But yeah, kind of went off the track and lost 5 seconds. I had to do a donut to get back on the track because I outbraked myself in one of the corners. And then when I had waves coming down my neck a little bit, hit my rear left, on a wall. That lost me some time, but no damage. But yeah, it's nice to be back on the podium.
Yeah, it's
sure.
Decent result for Red Bull as well.
Well, yeah. Hopefully we can get the leaderboard amended to as it should be. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, it kind of jumped a few people about.
Yeah, I think because it showed that Waves got a podium and I got second, so we're sure that wasn't the case.
I'll take that. Some good points for Red Bull. Capitalise on Force India's disconnects and whatnot.
Yeah, so that always helps, doesn't it? So
it does.
Yeah. What was the plan going into changing into dry tyres then? Because obviously we've seen that you do the double stop. Was that planned or?
Yeah, Yuri's idea to do the double stack because we kind of weighed up the option that if the car behind stayed out for another lap, because that's how we work, then we'd weigh up the option of how much time they'd lose staying on the wet into tyres on a dry track. But it kind of turned into an epic fail because Yuri forgot that he had wing damage, so the crew changed his wing as well. Which put him behind Apex, which he didn't plan for.
No.
So bit of an oopsie on his part.
Yeah,
his engineer needs a good stern talking to.
Yes, I think so as well. I think he did make him. What was it? I think he was battling. Was it Waves at the start or somewhere? And he went for the move on him, and obviously MK Bourne was behind him, and it just wasn't the right time. Just up the bridge, was it? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think at the very start, at the very start, Yuri got sent a little bit wide on the outside of turn 1 into turn 2, which cost him a position, I think. And then he was having a nice bit of a battle with Waze. He had a laggy Toro Rosso in front of him that I don't know if there's a bit of contact between the two with a bit of lag that spun him just before the bridge. But yeah, very eventful.
Well done on the podium anyway. And,
another one to chalk off.
Yes.
Redemption. On to the next one. Redemption.
Don't forget to just do the wings as you just dive into the swimming pool, just like Ricardo.
Yeah, right. I'm all over that, mate. Don't you worry.
Right. Have a good time for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. You enjoy America, stay safe and all that.
Yes, I'll try and keep you all updated. But
yeah, I was going to say many pictorials needed.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Have a good rest of the season then.
Thank you. Take care, mate.
See ya. Bye.
Right. So, yeah, we'll end the stream there, guys. But firstly, just want to say good luck to Matt on his adventure in the US. From everyone at ILR, hope you have a good time. And yeah, all the best.
Yes, thank you, Paul. Let's get Toro Rosso home to 7th and let's make ILR4 great again.
And on that note, I'm not sure who will be joining me next week, but thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will be back next week for the Malaysian Grand Prix, the final ever Malaysian Grand Prix, I would think, on ILR. But obviously, before that, we have a lot of racing this week with the ILR3 on Thursday, and what have we got on Friday? We've got the GT GT Sport Leagues,
GT League,
the Xbox Leagues.
What, Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3
at 7:30.
Yeah,
and obviously
Sunday, the big Sunday, the one that everyone's waiting for, and that is PS4 tiers, and that's ILR1 and ILR2, top 2 tiers in PS4. And
indeed,
you can see there who's Paul's teammate's going to be, new teammate. Obviously, seat fitting's going on at the moment, and you'll find out who it is on Sunday.
Indeed, right. So we will end that there. Thank you very much, guys, and we will see you next week. And obviously, good luck to Matt, and see you next week for the Malaysian Grand Prix.